where the state's top Democrats trail Republican rivals in the race for governor and also in the U.S. Senate, according to new polling. And more troubling for the Democrats in the state might be the emerging trends of the majority non-white state. Now, as Democratic strategist Roy Teixeira recently noted, Nevada Democrats' margin among Hispanics dropped by 8 points between 2016 and 2020 and was driven almost entirely by working-class Hispanics. Carolina Serrano is running for Congress in Nevada's 1st District, and she joins us now. Carolina, would it be safe to say that since Biden's election, things have only gotten worse for Hispanics, and that drop for Democrats will only grow?
Hi, Laura. Thank you so much for having me. Absolutely. I spearheaded Latinos for Trump here in Nevada in 2020, and I saw how Hispanics were moving in droves towards President Trump's policies because his policies actually work. And the Hispanic community understands that. It's a largely working class, very family-oriented population. And what the Biden Democrats and Democrats before have done is really push this radical agenda that has made our communities less safer. Our schools are 50th in the nation and violent. And this is not what Hispanics came to America to experience.
There's a question that voters were asked. How would you rate economic conditions in Nevada today? Okay. 72% say fair and poor. 72%. Now, if that's the case, how do you not win? And how does Adam Laxalt not win, of course, in that Senate seat for Cortez Masto's seat? I mean, this has got to be a no-brainer at this point. I mean, you don't want to get cocky about it, but this is 911, red flag, every kind of warning you can think about in Nevada right now.
Absolutely. I mean, we are going to win. We're going to crush the Democrats come November. I knock doors every week. I was knocking doors this morning. People are fed up. And people understand that the Democrats are going to continue to push this radical agenda. There is no stopping them. And like I said, voters live in reality. They've been experiencing it since 2020. And they know that the only party that's really championing turning this economy around is the Republican Party. And unfortunately for the voters, things are going to get more painful economically here in November. So they're going to be craving a Republican to vote for.
Yeah. Gas prices are not going to drastically go down. Carolina, we're going to be following your race very closely and Nevada very closely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.